Hi everyone, I'm Nora.
Welcome. And that's Kezia.
And this is Life Worth Living. Today's going to be a little bit different of a video because I'm going to talk about my health. And I don't know how many people that now watch your channel know about my health situation. But after I had Kezia, I've been having a lot of health struggles for a few years now. After I had Kezia, I went in and got a bunch of testing, and I was eventually diagnosed with Lyme disease and adrenal fatigue. They put me on treatment, and I was on different treatments. I took antibiotics for a while, and then I tried the natural route, and I did antibiotics with the natural stuff, and did homeopathic. Finally, I ended up doing UBI treatment and a diet change, and that's when I started to see improvement. So I actually went off gluten and dairy and did along with the UBI, and about 6 weeks into that, I really started to see improvement, and we thought, okay, great, this is the treatment worked, I can go back. And so we came back, and then in the process of coming back, I went off of my diet and I started eating gluten and dairy again, and it didn't take very long. Along with the jet lag and coming back and all the stress of traveling and moving and everything, my health went right back to where it was. So we started working on other things and trying to take some supplements and things like that, and it wasn't really helping. And then I ended up obviously being medically evacuated, and the surgery in Australia and everything, which was another whole setback. And now I've been back, and we've settled back in. And so now I'm going to work on, we're working again on trying to figure out how to help my health to get better. My energy level, my joints, there's just a lot of symptoms and things that go along with it. So we are going to do a diet, and I've actually been off gluten for 2 weeks now, and haven't seen improvement yet, which I didn't expect to see improvement within 2 weeks because last time it took about 6 before I started to see, well, like 4 before I started to see any improvement. But Michael and I have been really talking, and we decided to go ahead and do the full AIP diet. And it's going to be tricky here because it's just the access to things is not obviously as readily available. If you don't know what AIP means, the AIP diet is, it's an autoimmune protocol, and it's basically eliminating anything that your body could react negatively to, so that your body and your gut and everything can just heal. And then you gradually reintroduce all the foods. It's a short-term diet. So as I've been going through, and I have everything printed out for, you know, what I can and can't eat, and I've been going through it, and there's so many things that I rely on in my diet here because of how expensive meat is that I can't have, like rice and beans. And I've been eating a lot of garbanzo beans and just black beans, and I can't have any of that. And there's a lot, like I can't have cocoa beans, and then spices that I normally cook with. Anyway, it's just, it's short term, and I just have to focus on the fact that it's short term, and I can do it, and we'll figure it out. So I've been working on trying to sort through what I can find here easily. So actually I printed off these lists, and then I highlighted what I can actually find here easily and that I've seen, you know, frequently. And then we're actually going to go out into town, and I'm going to try to find different things. I'm looking specifically for cassava flour, and I would really like to find what is it called, the cocoa replacement. I can't remember what that's called because I just love chocolate, and I've had that replacement before, and it's actually really good, but I can't. So anyway, I'm working on kind of trying to get a meal plan together, although I think I'm gonna have to wait to do the meal plan until I actually go in and find what I can find in the stores. And so we're gonna head out into town here in a little bit as soon as Kezia wakes up and see what we can find. And I told Michael that I think these next 6 weeks is gonna be completely dedicated to this diet for me. I'm gonna be spending all my time trying to cook and things, just because of having to make everything from scratch. I may even have to make, if I do any kind of flour, I may have to make the cassava flour myself. I'm gonna make bone broth. I'm gonna learn how to make bone broth. I've never made that before. So anyway, it's gonna be interesting, and we'll see how it goes, but it's something where we know that we can't just not do anything about my health, and we've been trying to like drag along here, and it's something that needs to be addressed. And so we're going to take drastic measures to hopefully address it and just really spend a lot and dedicate these 6 weeks to really just praying and spending designated time praying for my health and my energy and my strength level, and see what God does. Someone gave us an update on our water situation.
So we've been talking with our landlord about the water situation, and we found out today that after investigation by Solomon Water, they found out that people are tapping into the reserve of the Tuvaruhu community, and which is affecting our water pressure. So they've asked the community members to look into it and see who's stealing. We used to have like actual water pressure, but when we do have water pressure, it's a small stream, just enough to be able to wash off dishes and things like that. Other than that, for probably a good 8 hours of the day, maybe, sometimes even more, and actually maybe most even more, we don't even have water.
Are you having lunch? What are you eating? That's one of your favorites, huh? Letters on it. It has letters on it.
No. You know whose shirt this used to be?
Me?
You know who used to wear this shirt?
Shirt.
Daddy. Daddy used to wear this shirt.
That was Daddy's shirt when he was a little boy. Hey, look at you. Look at those sunglasses. Kessie's got her glasses, and Corban's got his glasses. Where's yours?
Right there.
We kind of order the stores that we go to in the order of where they're at on the street, on the main stretch, so that we don't have to backtrack a bunch. So first up is
the market.
First stop is the market, and we're all going in today, which is going to be an adventure.
My boat.
See that boat?
This boat.
It's a sunken boat.
A bargain. A bargain. Now.
No, those aren't broken out there. Those are still on top of the water.
Oh, more food, Daddy.
Are those your bananas? Is the sun very hot? But you did a good job, Kezia. That was the first time that all four of us had been to the market, and we made quite the scene.
Yep.
We got lots of attention, huh? And now Kezia's gonna go in with Daddy to check our phone service. She wants her water. That's a massive green fruit or something. Do you get to go with Daddy a lot?
I'll go. I get food.
You get to come with Daddy into town a lot. Daddy takes you in as his little pal. And so this time it's Kezia's turn, even though it's kind of hard. Kezia gets to go with Daddy into the telecom this time. You get to share. It's good to share your turns, huh? So, went to the bulk shop and didn't really find anything there that I was wanting to find. So, I'm really specifically looking for cassava flour. And they didn't have carrots, they didn't have, for some reason the bulk shop supply is down right now. I don't know.
They go through periods where they're like doing really well, and then where they're not.
And they don't. So now we're headed to the Panatina store, which we refer to it as the expat store because that's where all the expats shop. It has a lot more things that are imported that you can't find in other places. It's just really expensive there. Things generally are more expensive there. So we don't buy things there unless it's something that we need that we can't find anywhere else. You have your shoes? Here's the Panatina Plaza. What are we gonna get here?
And treat.
Oh, a treat? Hey, you're happy to get out of your car seat.
That's just pork belly.
Well, that's what bacon is, isn't it?
Streaky-
Sliced.
streaky bacon.
Isn't bacon
Corbin, get off
sliced
that.
pork
Get off
belly?
that butter.
Right?
Fried onions.
Yeah, that's not AIP friendly. Coconut sugar, $46 for a small bag. But I haven't been able to find cassava flour. Yeah.
Last bit of chocolate.
Maybe. Well, no carob that we know of in the Solomon Islands, but that's okay. I can do without chocolate for 6 weeks, I suppose. Or actually, I think it'll end up being like 2 months. Okay, get in. Kezia, you need to get in. Are you ready to get in? We are finally at our last stop. Has it been a long day?
I get the nut, the cena.
Well, mommy and daddy.
Oh, you want to show them your snack? You got your special snack? Oh boy, you got a special snack for being a good boy.
These are your Uncle Steven's favorite too.
Oh really?
Your Uncle Steven loves banana candy.
Well, anyway, we have hit lots of stores, and the last stop is the meat shop.
It's my favorite shop. I love meat.
And he doesn't eat very much of it here as he does in the States because it's expensive.
First thing I do when I get back on furlough, I'm gonna buy me a big old steak and grill it.
Just one?
2 big old steaks and grill it.
Oh man, it is sad how expensive meat is here, but
And then the next day I'm gonna buy myself a big old pork chop and put Chicago seasoning on it. And grill it.
you're not gonna even have anything with it, are you? Just
Nope.
plain old meat.
No, I'll have potatoes, mashed potatoes.
Oh man, with
Butter.
butter. Okay, why are we talking about that? Anyway, needless to say, we're going to get some
And
meat.
pan-fried broccoli.
And I may even come out with some chicken feet.
And pan-fried broccoli.
Oh, with almonds.
And butter.
Okay, enough talking about that. Let's go in and get some meat. Okay, we made it back home, and I realized on the way home, I was thinking, wait a minute, I keep confusing that cassava and tapioca are the same thing. Which is just blows my mind because my dad likes tapioca pudding, which is like the little round balls. And when we got here and we have cassava, which is like a root vegetable, it's like a potato sort of. And so I was just really confused. But anyway, I did find cassava flour, I guess, although I'm not sure the difference between starch and flour because some things that are called corn flour here, for instance, is cornstarch. So I don't know. I need to figure that out. Anyway, but we spent a total of $103 US at all of the stores. First, here's the bulk shop, and I got this thing of coconut oil, which is cheaper than olive oil here, and so we got that. We've gotten a bunch of extra soap in our diapers that we've been washing because we have an HE machine and we were using too much soap and we didn't realize that. So we're trying to get that all taken care of, and so the kids are, or Kezia anyway, is in paper diapers until we can get that fixed. And then tuna fish, these are sultanas, which are raisins. The kids have that. Obviously salt, eggs. This is all at the bulk shop. Then this was at the Panatina store. We got the tapioca starch, coconut flour, coconut sugar, which I can have. Really, this would be cheaper than honey. Is almost impossible to find here. We actually, after we left the bulk shop, after we left the market, someone posted on the Facebook group here that they found honey at the bulk shop right next to the market, and we had already passed it and it would have been really hard to go back. So, but anyway, coconut sugar, and then quick oats, this is Michael's coffee, and then broccoli. You can't find broccoli here fresh, and so that's a really special treat. We got frozen broccoli, and that was at the Panatina store. And then cassava root, which I can have, okra, I can have green onions, lime, avocados, I can have, this is a kind of similar to bok choy a little bit, can't remember what that's called. And then this is another thing that I haven't tried yet, but I guess it grows in the water, so we're gonna try that. This is a pumpkin squash. It's not really pumpkin, they call it pumpkin, but it, like a squash. And then this is actually like a grapefruit. It's called pomelo, and I think I've actually had one before. If you were watching when we bought it, they had some massive ones, and this one was the one that we got. It was the smallest size. It was $3 Solomon, which would be like, what would that be, like 40 cents US? And then obviously pineapple and banana. These are for the smoothies that I make, the banana and pineapple. And then the meat shop, I got a whole chicken. This is pork mince, beef mince. This is the chicken necks for the bone broth, and then some chicken quarters. Anyway, overall, I feel like it was a pretty successful day, and now I've got to try to figure out what I'm going to eat and kind of meal plan with what we were able to find and see how things go. One of the problems I have with buying food and everything, especially now that I've been doing smoothies, a lot of smoothies, because then I'll prep all the fruit and put them in the freezer, and it's so much easier to prep a lot at a time, and then it saves taking trips after trips after trips into town to get more fruit for the smoothies. But our freezer's really small, so like for instance, I haven't gotten all the meat in that we just bought, and it's already like all the fruit smoothie stuff is right here. Here's meat, and then I also have been prepping the naan bread for the Michael and the kids. And I've been wanting to prep some pancakes and stuff for them just because that makes it easier. But our freezer is pretty tight. So if you have any ideas for like figuring, like better condensing things in a freezer, I don't know. Maybe I should start bagging the fruit instead, and then it would stack better. Then the containers take up so much room, or the meat, I don't know. If you have any ideas for storing things in the freezer, really like a small freezer, let me know. I hope you enjoyed watching today as we went shopping. It was about a 4 to 5 hour process, because just going into town is just a process. But we were able to find some things, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm nervous about tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. These 6 weeks are going to be interesting, and I think I decided to make a video about this. We were kind of debating about making a video, and I decided, well, if I make a video, that will help me be accountable, because I have to stick with it if I put a video up. So you guys can keep me accountable. But I'm looking forward to it. I read somewhere about it, and it said about the AIP diet, and they said think of it as an episode of Chopped, and think of it as, you know, yes, you have a lot of limitations, but think of it as a basket of all these ingredients, and you have to make something amazing out of the ingredients that you have, and not think about all the things that you can't use. So I'm going to go into it like that. And I've already been researching a lot with cassava and coconut. I'm going to try making coconut cheese, I think. So we'll see how that works. And there's a bunch of things with coconut milk, you know, all the dairy stuff, you can try making their equivalent with coconut milk. So I'm going to try it. You know, the worst I can do is fail. And the nice thing is the coconuts here are super cheap, so it's just a lot of work to get the milk out. But anyway, I'm excited, and I'm just really, really praying this will work and we'll see improvement in my health, because that is very much needed. So anyway, if you would like to follow our channel, our videos range from just life here, everything to do with life here, to also just missions and different things like that. So if you would like to follow our channel, we post twice a week. We've been posting on Tuesdays and Fridays. Please click the subscribe button, and if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. That helps our video to be seen by more people so they can also watch it. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.